Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome out our home team Litchfield up against CASUARINA, the away team, in what is the second game of round 3 of the Women's Premier League for 2022. Give them a warm welcome as they head out onto Larrakia Park. Much cooler conditions for the women at 6 p.m. than it was this afternoon, particularly those players and the men who are playing at 2 o'clock. Much better conditions. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like you all in the grandstand to be upstanding, please, if we take a moment to remember a football family member who has passed this week. Not 7 days ago, was sitting in the CASUARINA technical area as the assistant coach of the CASUARINA Men's Premier League side, had been a player at Port Darwin before that and a coach, had been at Shamrock Rovers, Darwin Rovers, and then off to Palmerston Rovers, started his time at Mindle. And I want to remind everyone, he was only 36 years old. So I would ask everybody in the grandstand to please be upstanding as we take a moment's silence to remember Marvin Wilding. And my thoughts go out to his father and sister here down under, and to his mum and family in the UK who are making their way to Darwin for the funeral on Thursday. Ladies and gentlemen, Marvin Wilding. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Rest in peace, Marvin. Rest in peace, mate. A reminder too, please, you're never alone. You can always reach out to Lifeline, Headspace, Beyond Blue. There's always someone you can turn to. Thank you.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our live streaming of the Women's Premier League. This is a round 3 match, second one of the match. Had a great night last night with the first game, plenty of goals and some really fine talent on display. We couldn't split them in the end. A point went to Mindle and a point to Port Darwin. But the dedication and the commitment on the contest was fantastic, and hopefully we'll see that again today. It was quite cooling conditions last night too, which enabled the players to free up a little than they would have in the first 2 rounds when we were still sort of halfway between our wet and dry season here in the north. My name's Bruce Stalter. Thank you for joining us on this FNT live coverage, and thank you most importantly to McDonald's for the opportunity to be able to bring this to you. Both teams are in a huddle, and they'll be formally heading out to their positions on the field. This is Larrakia Park, Darwin Football Stadium, and I'd like to acknowledge the Larrakia Nation and their elders past, present, and those emerging, and acknowledge the saltwater people. And this is called Larrakia Park for that reason. First huddle is broken away as CASUARINA, known as the Rowdies is their nickname, and they're up against Litchfield, who are the home team in their traditional red, black shorts and the multiple coloured strip across the socks. Carly Ann Thielen, their goalkeeper, is in her traditional green and black. And up the other end for CASUARINA in the goals is Michalina Hordas. At the ball is Nikki Kalidas for the Rowdies, and the whistle goes. We're underway. Of course, on the ball now is Lauren Douglas, and led her team magnificently in the grand final last year against the Lennox. So a one they won coming from behind. So they're currently the champions of NT Women's Premier League. And there's their captain already pushing and pumping a ball forward that's into a dangerous position. Collected well by Carly Ann. And Thielen just rolls it out to Erin Davis. That goes past Alan Bell, back to Erin Davis. And that's almost drove through the ball, and Erin Davis did Hoffman then. and headed towards goal. No danger. Collected by Carly and Thielen. This is Saturday afternoon, early evening. Lights are on effect. Beautiful sunset behind us. It'll emerge and keep emerging until night falls. It's Pablo. Serena. And Adams has been a real find for Greg Smith, the coach of Litchfield, the number 7. Has good vision, plays head-up football, and has such a great engine. She'll be running all day. Lauren Douglas. That's a beautiful ball, and Hoffman's onside and striding full towards goal. Inside as Kalidas takes the shot early, goes across the keeper and across the face of goals, and now to play for a goal kick return. See on the replay there the way that Carly and Thielen, the keeper, had actually moved forward and narrowed the angle on the onrushing Hoffman, and she's pushed it wide. But only 2 minutes on the Northcrest scoreboard, and they're already showing what's ahead. And if you don't capture them outside your area, they will come at you. Well, the Rowdies, very successful and strong women's football club in the NT. So Erin Davis gets one step and boots it halfway down the pitch. And we're now into the defensive half, where Michelina Hordas will put it forward again. And off comes, it's like Nikita. Rolled out by the keeper. Audrey Suarez involved. Comes back into Nadia Ellie. Now Hoffman has, Rachel Thurlow had it, and Lauren Douglas has stolen that. It's pushed out wide. Saraya cleaned away by Kelly. Just a little pass inside to Erin Davis. Another slip one to Serena Adams. And Erin will come forward on the ball. Pablo steals it. Alan Bell now, the left back position. The youngster for Litchfield involved. And made the move from Mindel to Casuarina. Is Cassie Reeve there on the ball in the central defence with the blue boots. And Casuarina running left to right on your screen. And here they go again. This is the captain, Hoffman, dipping a ball across. It's a beautiful ball. Hits the very dangerous and Aragon. She couldn't control it that time and cleared away with absolute force by Erin Davis. So Nadia Lilly heads across. Audrey Suarez is there, and then Douglas comes in and just nicks it from under her feet. Sophia Pablo pushes wide to Ashley Sales. Chloe Coombs on the pursuit. Good pressure from Chloe and Alan Bell. There's a dink over the top. Erin Davis will have this controlled. Now Boy Hudson will go there, and Erin will turn on the inside of her right shoulder and then just launch one down there, and Coombs is on a run. Out comes Michelina Hordas. She's next door, I'd say next suburb with that run out, and well controlled. Took an early decision and went with it. Well done to Michelina. Casuarina still with the ball. Sophia Pablo. Hoffman. Alan Bell, well done. Young Priya getting the ball back, and then Adele Bowell winning a throw for her side, Litchfield. Litchfield running from right to left in the red and black. Home team today. No scorers yet, 5 minutes past. Second game of the Women's Premier League, round 3. Lauren Douglas. Of all the players in the competition, I don't think there's a one that gets more touches in the game of football than Lauren. The number 12 for Casuarina. That's a nice pass from Aaron Aragon, and then another replay back to her from Nikki Kalidas, cleared away by Erin Davis, who does a lot of that. Now this is Chimsford. And it's going to go down the line. Trying to find Adams. off the pass of Clark. So the ball aimlessly rolling away. This will go either back to the keeper or Chimps. No real urgency for Mitchell at the moment. Down the field and to a CASUARINA player. Now Serena Adams goes in and tries to bring Audrey Suarez down, picked up by Kelly Fogarty. That's nice work from Clark. Now pursued on. Nadia Lely with pace straight back to a keeper. Keeper still out the area. Black socks, red boots. Nicolina Hordas puts it away. Nadia Lely back to Pablo, and Pablo a little bit too much punch on that, and it's going to roll out to the disadvantage of the Rowdies. You can hear their coach Martino sending out some instructions from the technical area. Wants them to switch on. Doesn't like those cheap turnovers. So it is with Litchfield, and Chimps with the ball. Goes over the top trying to find Rachel Thurlow. Rachel still has it. A little battle there with Audrey Suarez, still going. And Rachel in the end has come off her right boot, but she's going to get a corner here. Not off hers, come off Suarez. So they've got some tall players. Nikita Kruger. Rachel Thurlow, they'll move into the middle there. Outside there is Maylee Clark. Comes in from Coombs, sitting around their player. Now it's going to be pushed out again by the number 4. And we'll have a return corner. And Chloe gets another chance to get some more height on this. And better length. Put it right in front of the goal. See how she goes this time. 7.5 minutes on the Northcrest scoreboard. Thank you to McDonald's. Live streaming. Round 3 match. And the second one of that round. Cleared away, but only as far as Serena Adams. Serena's still with the ball. Goes left foot, turns it in. Tried to get past Reeve, and Cassie was very competently handled that one. Nikki Kalidas turns on the inside. Intervention by Kelly. Fogarty, that is. And Del Bowl trying to keep it in. Malboy Hudson, the number 6 for CASUARINA, comes in and gets involved. And then Ashley Sales pushes it forward. Ball's now found its way to the centre circle. Lauren Douglas will just go to her left and then put a little cross pass to Eki and Aragon. And Chinsford pushes one over the top. No real pursuit. Kruger's coming now. Lally plays it back. And a decent long kick and return from Hordas. But Serena Adams there again, getting the ball first for her team. That's what she does a lot in a match. Very underrated. Is Serena. Kruger back to Clark. Litchfield on the chance here. That's Thurlow pushing it wider for Kruger. Still with Litchfield, but Nadia Lely's going to come away from that little contact and now gets to Adams. Sorry, now to Douglas. Adams in pursuit. Now Hoffman has a wide ball to collect on the grandstand side. Women's Premier League here in Darwin. 9 minutes have passed. Long ball comes in. It's dangerous. Needs to be collected by the keeper with confidence. Header comes in late. And the whistle goes from the referee. Lauren showing concern. They're fine. Tough as nails, the keeper. Here's Carly-Ann Thielen. Walks back to her goals, and Erin Davis will make a 3-step. And then bang, a little help on there from Rachel Thurlow. Cleared up by Audrey Suarez. She goes down that same corridor, finds N. Aragon. Turns it on the inside. Good ball. It's going to find Hoffman almost coincidentally, and that's a lovely no-turn pass. Nikki Kalidas now in trouble. Now Litchfield's in trouble, but Kelly Fogarty to the rescue as usual. That she's down on her back. Hope she's okay. She had to stretch to get to that ball and player. Dangerous. She's been on the back and hasn't moved at the moment. Hope she's all right. You can see on the replay how desperate she was to make sure Nikki Kalidas didn't get a shot on goal. So Coach Greg Smith heading out. Does multiple jobs for the women's team there at Litchfield. And this is just another one of them. She's up, which is good news for Kelly. Still not totally comfortable. So she's gone from the field. She'll have some time with Greg. And the referee will get this game going. While that's on, there's a huddle from CASUARINA. Corner's the result of that contact earlier. Referee says what's going on. And now they split out of their huddle. Like an NFL quarterback call. And Michelina Hornis is going to make a long way back to the goal. So we'll start with the Cassie Reeve corner after that little interruption to the injury for Kelly Fogarty. Right, Cassie Reeve in, arm up, puts the ball in plenty of height, and it twists. A nice little curl on it. Hoffman plays it back. It's a good ball. No one was there from CASUARINA, so beautiful stuff from Kruger. Great ball, Nikita. On the run. Chloe Coombs has a chance to push it forward. She goes into Clark. Clark has it at her feet. Ball still with the red and blacks. Thurlow plays it back. And there's the forward pass. That's a good one. Just can't be brought in by Chloe Coombs, but you can see Erin Davis. Good vision, saw it come, an opportunity come her way and just put it down there. Not every player was in the same. Hembook is there, her at that occasion. 12.5 minutes. They've passed Women's Premier League here in Darwin. The champions, CASUARINA, with the throw-in. Champions of 21, that is. Douglas, little sneaky little back foot to Mauboy Hudson. And a really definitive tackle from Chloe Coombs, the number 10, and striker for Litchfield Football Club. Lovely conditions on a Saturday evening. Not a cloud. Just the end of the day. Some beautiful sunsets appearing in multiple colours behind us. The NT is famous for. But that's behind us. What's in front of us is a really tight contest. 13 minutes into it. One real attempt from the Rowdies, CASUARINA. They're in the white and black early on in this half. Nice ball played out from Ellie, and then that's a lovely thing to see from Cassie Reeve. Just push the ball through, and great shot, great save, and then she's there to make sure of it. Now that's a good 70-metre run from Douglas. Great pass, and a really good shot from N. Aragon, and it brought about a good save. So an impressive save, but pushed it wide. No one was there to collect for Litchfield, but Lauren Douglas was. You can just see her put it away there on the replay. So we do have one on the scoreboard. Good news is Kelly Fogarty's back out there. Thurlow back to Ange. And Chelmsford, nice pass along the ground. Just didn't find the target. Trying to find Clark. Audrey Suarez gets in there and beats the player to that. Now, N. Aragon turns in a nice little left foot pass to Kalidas. Goes back that way, and that'll be offside. Yep. I want to thank Ward Keller, the Territory Law Firm, for personal and business dispute resolution. The number is 1-800-978-360. 1-800-978-360. Ward Keller, the Territory Law Firm. That's Nadia Lely. She resolves lots of things in that back four for the Rowdies. Played back from Ash Sales, number 5. New to CASUARINA and the Rowdy culture, and fitting in fantastically well is the number 2, Cassie Reeves. You get the ball back on a return here now. Tall, long strides, moves forward with confidence. And a little short little pass. She's got a great technique. She'll have to go again, and does. And a lovely effort, and kept that ball in. Well done, Cassie. Your team's on a run now, and off goes Hoffman. That's all your good work to put in there. The last goal was caught of that too. Goes to Kalita, and then Douglas was going to take the shot. Nicky's turned it around, looking for a better option now. Pushes it out to Hoffman. Hoffman goes to the line, and Erin Davis comes in with a really successful challenge on that. corner will result. Enterprising stuff from CASUARINA. CASUARINA will come down to take this corner. 16 minutes are about to roll over. Speaking of the Northcrest scoreboard, you can always join the Northcrest Emerging and Growing Community. The House and Land Display Centre at Berrima there. And double hand pushed out by the keeper. A return shot, and again pushed away by a defender from Litchfield. They're still out of the danger area. Comes to the most dangerous player there, and Douglas takes a shot. And it's just gone to the left of the upright. A few people in the crowd thought it went in, but not on this occasion. But she's just everywhere, Lauren Douglas. You can see here now. No look, just turned. Estimated where it would be. Davis, long ball. And Aragon keeps it in, pushes it long, but Kalidas is getting there now, and Nikki's going to have to watch the ball go further upfield, where the young in Aragon is doing some good work. Goes to Nadi Lely. Long ball across to Malboy Hudson, further on to Hoffman, goes back to Malboy Hudson, turns one on the inside, collected by Kelly Fogarty with confidence. Good to see Kelly back out on the pitch. Still not 100%. Thurlow with the ball. Malboy Hudson now. Hoffman says, come to me, and in the end Douglas is ready for the pass. This is Sophia Pablo. Erin Davis gets the boot in the way, and it needed to happen. Douglas and Pablo at the ball. Douglas takes it and pushes wide and says Hoffman's got to be there, and she is. And she turns an early ball in. It's going to be a dangerous one where it ends up right on the keeper. Now falls for Pablo, and Adams gets in there and clears it away. Nice shoulder down from Erin Davis, then a boot away to the grandstand side and get out of that dangerous area, which they did well, considering that opportunistic shot from Hoffman. Coombs trying to find the unrushing Clark. Suarez gets there first. Pablo now with the ball, and Sophia plays it down, but it's a loose one from her. Cleared away by Adele Bolwell. Maybe should have looked up. There was a pass to Coombs, but it didn't happen. They'll go back to the number 3 for the Rowdies, Malboy Hudson, and go back to Ash Sales, and does. And Ashley will push wider. Hoffman with a first-time pass. And Alan Bell gets in there and retrieves the ball for her side. Now Bolwell back to Adams. Adams in there again. It's exactly what Serena does. Second and third efforts. And good one from Adele. Now this is a chance for the Red and Blacks. And off goes Adele, looking to turn that pass around for Coombs, and just couldn't find the compass on this occasion, so it went direct. Kruger was there, but ball was well ahead of her. Kruger there in between Reeve and Lely. Reeve pushes it to Malboy Hudson. Time and patience. Adele is struggling with her asthma at the moment, trying to get some breaths in. Poor thing. Asthma, and that good stop from Carly Ann. Comes out, hand, then knees, everything involved in stopping that. So committed is the number 1 for Litchfield. We'll just check on the condition of Adele as she tries to get through and just get some air into those lungs. On her puffer at the moment, down in the technical area. Quite a few players, men and women, carry into their football careers asthma. There's plenty of wind around today too, and I don't know if that has an impact on it as well, blowing lots of pollen and things around. It's dropped off now, but it was really breezy up until about half an hour ago. Here goes Lauren Douglas, just showing all the skills we know she has. One of them is totally looking for the best opportunity for a football team. So unselfish. Gets one across to Nikki Kalidas. Nikki takes a shot. It's come off the boot and not troubled the keeper. 20.5 minutes. You can see on the replay here, enough done by Erin to put Nikki off. And then this one's just skimmed off the top of the right boot and out of play. Goal kick return. Aaron Davis will take this. Thank you to McDonald's. This is FNT live streaming. My name's Bruce Stalder. Thank you for joining us here at Larrakia Park on this Saturday evening. Lely. Reeve. Mauboy Hudson. Back to Reeve. Can't miss those blue boots. Nice pass to Hoffman. Hoffman onto Sales, and then Sales pushed one forward, but Aaron Davis got in there and collected it and just pushed it forward. Apologised to her teammates. You see what they're going to do though. She'll win the ball and just push it in front of the midfield. At the moment, it's just going too long and doesn't really leave much for Kruger and Coombs to do. Kruger making a good run back. They're the efforts that really mattered to her coach. She was never going to get to the ball, but she got back there to help her teammates. The number 16. Reeve again looking for an Aragon who's just sitting offside. They'll pull that up. Aaron Davis making the way back. Fires one in at real pace. Now it's a chance for Adams. Still with the ball. Mauboy Hudson does some work. Adams in there again. Ash Sales just hanging off the bunch. So she now has the ball. Under pressure from Chloe Coombs. So it comes back to Hordas. She called for the ball early, came out and heaved it downfield. The player you want to find, that is Douglas, turns it out to the captain Hoffman. He's playing really close to this sideline here in the grandstand side, the western side. Now comes back to Douglas, who will make a little avenue down through there. Aaron Davis collects the central defender for Litchfield. Nice work from Rachel Thurlow. Rachel asks for it back and gets it. Good work from Alan Bell. Rachel's got Adele Bolwell in front of her. That misses both players and will come off in the end. Litchfield player. Ash Sales with a throw, just on about a metre inside their attacking half. Unintentional handball, so come back. That'll be the way of Litchfield. I want to thank HP Pavers, Marcellus and Sons, Rhino, TriStar, all sponsors of football in 2022. Now Coombs has it, moving into the area now. Referee says, nope, you're offside. The assistant referee does. Referee calls that. I want to thank Martino and Greg for coaching both these sides. Martino with Casuarina, Greg with Litchfield. Giving so much of their time to the development of both those squads. And a lot of kids in the squads too. A lot of people coming through at a young age at both these clubs. It's a great pass from Cassie Reeve. Just a couple of steps back and real force on it. That's not going to clear far enough because Hoffman's there again. Alan Bell comes back. Hoffman turns on the inside, heads into the area, takes a left foot shot across goal. And both pass and shot it was, because then Aragon made it by being in position. A possible pass. Just couldn't get to it on this occasion. Casuarina has dangers on both the left and right side. You can see Hoffman pretty much looked like a shot, probably was, and Icky coming in at that pace made it an opportunity for a pass as well. Maley Clark trying to get around Suarez with a clever little dinking pass. Not going to happen. Goes out of play. 26 minutes have passed on the Northcrest scoreboard. Nadia Lely. Crossfield. Mauboy Hudson to Ash Sales. Number 6 from the Rowdies brings the ball down, but it's only gone as far as the number 12 for Litchfield, which is Rachel Thurlow. Nice work from Suarez. Goes back to Reeve. Reeve to Lely, and Nadia will go all the way back to her keeper. Quick right foot pass back to Reeve. Litchfield now in possession. That's Chloe Coombs. And dispossessed by Mauboy Hudson and gone out of play. That's Sales with a really well-directed throw-in, which is enabled now from one pass from Douglas to have Hoffman on the charge at the other end. Erin Davis comes in with a fantastic tackle. Her timing is impeccable. You get them wrong and it's a penalty. All ball and good timing. So Cassia Reeve makes a long walk back. Collect the ball for a corner kick. Six goals last night. We couldn't separate Mindle and Port Darwin. 3-2 at half time. 1 goal in the second half from Port. Really entertaining game. A lot of kids playing. That's Clark. Reeve came in and stole it, only as far as Thurlow. Thurlow back to Kruger. Kruger pushes one further, trying to find Chloe Coombs. It's going to beat Chloe on this occasion. She nearly got to it. And that'll just bounce off Mauboy Hudson. Good work from the number 12, Rachel, keeping Pablo away from the ball. They've got to get it back. It's in their attacking half, but they don't have possession. Now it's back the other way. Mauboy Hudson to Pablo. Pablo, usually a good distributor. That's a nice ball. Douglas go for a run in Aragon. Nice pick up from her. Davis has to get back and clear it away because the number 10 for the Rowdies was ever present. And we're now on the eastern side. Coming up to the 30-minute mark. Kept in, still live. Cleared away only as far as the back of Nikki Kalidis. Now Alan Bell working hard, as is Clark, come all the way from the other side of the pitch. Now has Coombs with it. Coombs, nice little turn, turns on the inside, still with the ball. Struggling to get past Sales. Sales stays with it. Now goes back to Adams. Adams first time to Kruger. Kruger will push it across. It's going to get there anyhow accidentally. And Clark has space in front of her, but tackles are coming from both Reeve and Ashley Sales, and they'll retrieve that for their team in the end and just push it. Well done, Hoffman. Kept it in just before it went out. And Mauboy Hudson trying to find Nikki Kalidis, and that won't happen. There's a short ball from Kelly Fogarty. Now Nikki has it. Mauboy Hudson trying to push it wide. Body's getting in the way. Now it comes. Chelmsford dips one over the top, and Reeve comes out Now, Chelmsford has it. Where can she go, Ange? Nikki Kalidas in there early. There'll be a little battle between those two. Nikki wins that. Ball comes back to Lauren Douglas. All the space you want for Malboy Hudson. Good work from Erin. The defender, central defender. Strong central defender for Litchfield, showing why. It's a good ball from Hoffman. She's got that in her arsenal. Really, really clever passes. Took the best of Kelly Fogarty to clear it away. Now this is Thurlow. Trying to find Coombs. Does. Coombs on the run at the right boot. Pushes a short one to Kruger. It's going to run past her and then go over to Suarez. Suarez pushed even wider. But Maylee Clark has it. They can keep something here. Goes back to Clark. No, back to Adele Bowell. Sorry, my apologies. Adele's moved to the eastern side, or the right side of their attack. And Maylee Clark's come over to the left-hand side. So sorry, Adele. But good to see you still out there. It means that the puffer has had some effect and you can stay in this match. Talking about Adele Bowell for Litchfield. Hands on hips. I hope I'm not talking too early. She's getting plenty of air in those lungs. This is Malboy Hudson. Ash Sales. Now with Litchfield. And that's Thurlow making her way through. Nice work from Hoffman. Rachel has real skill in those settings. Just showed us exactly what those skills were just then. Right, Maylee Clark. Under pressure from Nikki Kalidas. Been busy, and off goes the number 10 for Casuarina. They're running left to right on your screen and now advancing into another opportunity to put pressure on the keeper. Nice little battle there with Kelly Fogarty. Kelly certainly halted that attacking raid. Now it's back with Malboy Hudson. They're a long way from goal. This is Suarez under pressure already from Bowell. Little overlap and run around between Enarrigan and Suarez. Eki on the ball now, pushes one forward. Onside, Douglas collects and takes the shot. Saved by Carly Antilan, so it will be a corner as a result. But Lauren would take an opportunity like here. She had no doubt she could slip it in between the keeper and the upright. On this occasion she couldn't, but she's done that before. 1-0 advantage to the Rowdies. They're in their black and white away kit, the check kit with the white socks. Rachel Thurlow comes away. Looking for Chloe Coombs to move. Does eventually. Now pushes it further afield, but Thurlow can't get to that one. Pablo under pressure. Sophia goes back to Malboy Hudson. Nikki Kalidas now on the back line. They've moved. No, they haven't. I was going to say they moved Cassie Reeve, but there she is. Nikki Kalidas, that needed to happen, and Erin Davis gets down and clears that away, otherwise Douglas was away. Still with the ball, Casuarina. And Enarrigan gets around Adams. Now puts a nice ball through to Douglas, who's going to try and push wider. Turns back in because of the pressure from Erin Davis. Chelmsford there as well. And Kelly Fogarty making up a defensive triple play. And shadowing the Rowdy player is Adele Bowell. Pablo on the ball again. Players are playing through, obviously not taking a drinks break, as the men did earlier. 6 goals in that one as well. Port Darwin and Hearts in the Men's Premier League, the fixture before this one. 3-1 at one stage for Hearts, and Port clawed it all the way back via those 2 goals. Right, restart. Aaron Davis. 2 steps and a good 35-metre pass up to Kruger. Kruger wins that one and pushes it further field. No one from Litchfield really onto it, so it's come back in quickly. To Anagan, who takes off. One bounce in a dangerous area, that. But out she comes. Carly Antillen, and cleans that up. Looking to just do a throw pass, but is now going to have to put a boot to ball. Gets a lot of height with that. Kruger comes in and assists that. Came off Malboy Hudson in the end. This is Serena Adams. Adams again. Just relentlessly pushing forward. Unfortunately, the players in the front 3 have been doing a lot of running, and they were just off the ball on that occasion. So now we see Chloe Coombs coming in on a Reeve pass. Chloe comes flying in, and Reeve just takes the heavy knock off a rebound ball and now takes off. And Cassie pushes it down that really narrow hallway. Hoffman likes that, pushes it back to Pablo. Pablo go back to Rachel. And the captain with the ball at her feet now has options. Pressure comes from Clark, and that's good pressure because Thurlow's now got it. Coombs should have kept the ball maybe for one more. And they'll get it back anyhow. Priya Allen Bell will collect for the throw-in. The young left back. Aaron Davis will head down. Now she takes off. Lily. Always composed on the ball, calls it back and gets it from Suarez. Challenge comes from Clark. From Bolwell. Number 11. Adams there as well. Pressure coming from Litchfield, but Casuarina making the way through. Now Kelly Fogarty on a run. Kelly comes with real purpose through there in the contact. So does Thurlow. And Nikki Kalidas has only one option and goes straight back to the keeper. Well played. Advantage for Litchfield. 39.5 minutes on the Northcrest scoreboard. This will be Chloe Coombs' opportunity to move it forward. They need to press here, try and get one back. She now moves forward. Erin Davis has had shots from this distance and can hit them and whack them anywhere. Given where she is, I'd say this is going to go over the top, and does in the end. Just a little bit too much on it. But it's got such a powerful right boot from any distance, and that was some distance from goal. Not far off. Gets a little handshake from Kelly Fogarty, the 2 central defenders, as she makes her way back. 40 minutes have passed. 1-0 advantage to Casuarina. Pressure already from Litchfield. They've got away with it though. Ashley Sales then goes down the line. Hoffman comes in, turns it into Reeve. Reeve has to sort of stretch back to collect that, and does. Now it comes off Hoffman to Sophia Pablo. Sophia's got time. Short pass. Nadi Lely. They're going to come back towards the grandstand. Reeve now has it at her feet. Blue boot and all. Pushes it down over the top of the bent centre referee. This will come out towards Alan Bell, and Priya pushes wider. Gets it now from Fogarty. Pressure comes. Nice pass, Priya. And now Clark has it. Pablo comes to ground, trying to push the ball away. Now we'll collect it on a return. That early pass is dangerous. Hoffman sees the run of Kalidas. So does Aaron Davis, gets a header to it. Fogarty moves in to make another header and does. This now features Thurlow. Thurlow goes to Clark. Clark pushing hard. Now Kelly Fogarty has it. Players now. Hoffman comes in so quickly to pinch it back. She knows the danger of Kelly Fogarty making a forward run. The number 2. Cassia Reeve goes wide. This is Audrey Suarez now. Nikki Kalidas sort of back heeling it, but only as far as Serena Adams. Serena still doing those second and third efforts, and there is another long run, and just to put the player off. A lot of other players had given up a long time ago, and she pursued that all to the corner. Good defensive pattern from Litchfield there. You had Inarrigan on the inside, and they controlled that pretty well, Litchfield. Rachel Thurlow does well again. Chelmsford. This is Adele Bolwell. Aaron Davis moving forward. Too early from Chloe. Kelly Fogarty always there, ready to intervene, this time with a header. Hoffman collects, grandstand side, pushes one inside to Kalidas. Kalidas tries to return the favour, but Kelly Fogarty's there to ensure that doesn't happen. Pushes it wide. It'll be a throw in for the Rowdies. They've got a 1-0 advantage on the scoreboard. Had a couple of other threats on goal. Nothing really from Litchfield yet, other than the long shot from Aaron Davis. So Cassia Reeve making her way to the corner. Assistant referee hands the ball, and she'll take this opportunity to put in a good ball, she'll hope. Bit of a low trajectory for her. And Arrogant comes out and meets it early on and gets on the left foot and takes the shot. Not far off. Smart play though. She wasn't trying to go to the left of the keeper. You can see again, favoured side, trying to for that top right hand corner, not far from it. Good intention from the number 11 for the Rowdies. Well, we've got about a minute of regulation time to go in this first half. So only about 30 seconds to go here at Larrakia Park on pitch 1. Bit of a patchwork of green and brown. We've had some irrigation issues over the last 30 to 72 hours. Douglas doesn't have those. Moves forward across the ball. Fogarty comes in and steals it away. That is Adele Bolwell with it now. Comes to Kruger. Kruger returns the fire and off goes Adele. Got to deal with the swift moving Nadia Lely, and there she goes. Turns around, calmly goes back. Resets again, moves forward. Pushes the ball through, trying to find and hook up with Kalidas. And it won't on this occasion. Good work from Chelmsford to keep it in. Still just gone out of play now. There goes the whistle from the referee. So that brings to an end the first half. Second game of round 3 of the Women's Premier League here in Darwin. Thank you to McDonald's for the live streaming opportunity. They also support us on all our girls and women's football programs. And as they head into the shed, so to speak, Casuarina, the away team, has a 1-goal slender lead over Litchfield. We'll take a short break and be back with this second half of the second match of round 3 of the Women's Premier League for 2022. Good to see you. Aaron, sorry mate, we'll do it now. Welcome, half-time here at Larrakia Park. This is Women's Premier League. It's a round 3 match, second game. Only one goal in at the moment, CASUARINA over LITCHFIELD. Last night we had a really interesting game of football, plenty of goals, 6 of them, and you featured really heavily Erin Gould. So good to see you. Erin, how are you?
Yeah, good, thanks.
15, 14, what are you now?
Yeah, 15.
And when's the birthday?
In a week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in a
Happy
week.
birthday for a week from now.
Thank you.
Now listen, you've been playing football from when you were little,
Yeah.
and you keep getting big. Every time I see you, just getting taller and taller. Next week you'll be up here.
Yeah.
What do you like about football? Because you give it so much commitment when you're out there.
Everything. I've loved it since day one, really. I just fell in love with the sport and, yeah, want to go big.
You do?
Yep.
Now, when you play, there's a certain technique you have as well, so you're not just someone who just runs all day. You've been able to play. So, hey, do you practice a lot at home, like kicking off the wall? You got kids that practice with you. How do you keep your technique so well?
Training every day. A couple hours each day. Go to the gym. It's not bad. Keep it up, bounce it on the wall. Back and forth. Yeah, it's good.
So I thought you must, because that's additional to the training you do with the club.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Now, you're only 15, turning 16 in a week, but you're now almost got a senior role at Port Darwin. You do, don't you, in December? So what do you do with that? How do you cope with being a senior at such a young age and being in the game as long as you have?
Look, it's all just the support around everyone else, without the encouragement, it wouldn't be where I am. So, yeah.
And I remember that I think you played, maybe, I could be wrong, Garuda or Hart, so you were playing like under 12s or something for Port Darwin, and we gave you a little taste of what it was like to be in the Premier League. Yeah. And bang, did you like it, and did you like to go into it? So you've had really good time with that. What's the best thing about it? Is it just teammates? Is it the contest? What do you like the most?
Teammates, yeah, contest, everything. I just fell in love with it, so, yep.
And as a person, do you always just commit 100%? Because I imagine if you go to a shop, you run into the shop, you grab your, because you don't do anything at half pace.
Look, I'm very competitive, so of course.
Erin, it's always good to see you, and hang in for a minute while I say goodbye, but I'd like to congratulate you on what you've done so far with the club at Port Darwin, and your coach, Wayne, is really happy with the way it's going, so he told me to say thank you as well.
Thank you.
Okay, just hang in with me. My name's Bruce Stalder. This is Erin, playing for Port Darwin. Had a great game, as she always does. This is half-time in the Women's Premier League here at Larrakia Park. It is 1-0 to CASUARINA. It is the second game of round 3. We'll be back shortly here at Darwin Football Stadium.
boys doing the sports with it? I'm not sure, but it's at the deck shed. That's why I was wondering how that's going to be set up. I don't believe that deck shed is outdoors. I think the one below Coleman House. You came out of us just dropping in. Okay, sure. I know you are. We did this photo. You're definitely welcome. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, to welcome both sides out for the second half. 1-0 advantage to CASUARINA. This is second game of our round 3 of the Women's Premier League. 6 goals last night. Mendel ahead 3-2 at half time over Port Darwin, and in the end Port got one in the second half, and that was a split of the points, 1 each last night in the first game. See where this one ends in 45 plus.
Well, welcome back. Girls have made their way out for the second half. One goal at this stage, separating these two teams. Casey Reed's come on. We'll see who's come from the pitch. I would suggest, no, Adele's out there. That's great. That means she's pushed through that asthma problem she had earlier. Referee has whistled to his mouth, and we'll get underway very quickly here at pitch number 1 at Darwin Football Stadium. We'll let you know who Casey Reed has replaced shortly. And that has been a change for Litchfield. They need to be tuned in and turned on straight away, because here comes the Rowdies. Audrey Suarez with the throw in. Rowdies now running right to left on your screen in the black and white check. That's their away kit. Keeping the ball is in Aragon, goes back to Suarez, and the challenge comes early from Chloe Coombs. So Nikita Kruger's come from the pitch and replaced by Casey Reed. And Casey's going to play a lone striker role, it looks like, for Litchfield. At the moment, they're deeply defending the goal. The Rowdies always pushing forward, and straight from the whistle they were into it. So down in the northwestern corner, grandstand side, Kelly Fogarty intervenes, but now comes back to Suarez. Suarez to Kalidas. Kalidas pushes one into Malboy Hudson. Malboy puts it across to Ashley Sales. Little interplay with Nadia, and Lely will go back to Cassie Reeve. It's so comfortable, those three in defence there, and continuing to take the ball wide and away from the Litchfield players. They'll run out of space on this occasion. It's come good from Alan Bell. That's a quick pass to Coombs. And unfortunately that's got in behind Clark, and she can't retrieve that. But it'll be their ball, says the ref, which is good for Litchfield. Priya, Alan Bell, young left back for Litchfield with the ball now. Learning the trade. Finds the sub, Casey Reed, puts it back to her. Now goes to Clark. Clark will put one across towards Thurlow, and Thurlow now tries to connect with Coombs. Suddenly Chloe's got a plural. Chloe Coombe it is. Douglas just comes away from the pack at pace, and Lauren looks up and sees the opportunity and pushes it towards Aragon. She'll have to go back and collect it. Then she sees the additional run from Douglas. That just sums up Lauren totally. Not content just to put on a good pass, but make sure she came on and gave another opportunity to Aragon, and she was had the vision to see Douglas's run, but tamed in the end by the keeper for Litchfield. See on the replay there, just the collection from Carly-Ann Thielen. Down to ground in her traditional green jersey with the black shorts. Carly-Ann's had some time out in the outfield and reserve grade, and love that as well. Keepers like to get out and roam when they can. That's a great pass. Now Casey Reed has the ball at her feet. Can she bring it in? And it's just run away from her. Got their fans in the crowd interested. There's a throw in from Ash Sales, and Pablo playing in the midfield and really managing that midfield well. Audrey Suarez now pushes it past Malboy Hudson. This is Eki and Aragon, and she just drops another really simple pass but effective pass onto the number 6. Comes back into the number 10, Kalidas. And the Rowdies are keeping possession and with purpose and patience moving forward. Takes Thurlow to get in there, but it's still in a dangerous area. Kalidas comes in with real emphasis. Ball comes away, and Thurlow, nice work. Rachel gets better and better every week in that midfield position. It's come back to her on a rebound, which is good for them. They don't normally get the favourable bounce tonight, and they have on that occasion. And then Cassie Reeve pushes it wide. Cassie was trying to push it up field, but it's gone wayward and over the line. Just ran about on the halfway line. Referee stopped it because there was an awkward clash earlier on. Not going to be a blood rule. No, she's okay. Throw in from Ange. Goes to the player that we're concerned about, number 6. Comes back in. And out again by Suarez. 50 minutes to pass on the Northcrest scoreboard. 1-0 to Casuarina. They're running right to left on your screens in their away kit. Black and white, check. A lot of white in their away. Right down in that far corner there where you can see the men's Premier League from Darwin Olympic warming up. Litchfield with an opportunity. Throw in into the area. Still there. And now cleared away by Suarez. Fogarty comes forward and pushes forward. Again, the Rowdies get in the way, and that's a good bounce for the Black and Whites. Now Kelly gets in there with some nice work. That's lovely. Cleared away by Douglas. Players are in a really closed shop there at the moment. Not much width to it. Keeping it down and narrow through the middle. And Aragon's going to have a shot from distance. Great technique, the youngster. You saw it all in play then. Steps back and just looks like a footballer. This one a little misdirected. With the pressure she puts on there then. Nice work. Malboy Hudson, now Sophia Pablo goes to Suarez. Not too concerned about going back to set it up again. This time Adele Bowell and her team have got involved. Adele just can't keep it in. Good effort. Kelly Fogarty comes through with real purpose. Now Clark has it. She can unleash Reed if she wants to. Now Adele will. Chloe Coombe on a run. Now she's got it. Well, she's in a contest for it. This comes away. Good play. Now Clark has it. Trying to turn it around for a run from Casey. And Reed, the substitute, just couldn't get onto that. So Nicolina Hordas will collect. Had a lot to do. But whatever Nicolina does, she will do with purpose and often with a lot of words. And she's having a chat there right now. Telling her players to move to positions. Now she rolls it out to the right side where Cassie Reeve now pushes it further afield. Intervention by Erin Davis is a good one. Ball's in the midfield. Malboy Hudson's going to go right across to the right side of the midfield. Try to get past Alan Bell. Accidental handball. Referee's going to play advantage. Does. Now comes out to Clark. Douglas is just everywhere for Casuarina. Adams finds Clark. Clark tries to bring it down with a header first. Douglas gets involved again. Puts a short ball across to Pablo. Pablo has time and pace. space, sorry. Challenge comes, he keeps the ball. Good work from Serena. That's the sort of thing she does. And won the ball back for her. Erin Davis pushes wide to Clark. Clark goes even further afield. And Casey Reed and Cassie Reeve on the chase. And Cassie Reeve gets there first. 1-0 advantage to her side. Had 10 minutes of this second half. No real action on goal yet. And here goes the captain, Hoffman. It's a dangerous pass in. Carly-Ann Thielen had to come out and did so. A little bit of a collision there between Arrigan and Thielen, and Carly-Ann never reacts to that stuff, just moves on. Strong as. It's lovely work from Hoffman. Oops. Commentator's curse. Sorry, Rachel. And Cassie Reeve strides out, gets there very quickly, and then here's the call from her keeper and goes back to Michelina, and Hordas will return the favour. So Cassie down on the scoreboard side. Then Hoffman goes further afield, looking to link up with Douglas, but this will fall at the feet of Erin Davis for Litchfield. Nice little pass from Alan Bell. Now Clark's underway. Now there's one there for Casey Reed. She just can't get around the defensive wall. That's those four at the back for Casuarina. Thurlow getting involved, and Rachel's really pushed through and goes again. As I said, gets her supporters excited down there, who were sitting opposite, pretty directly opposite from where she was when she made that push through then. This is Hoffman, dangerous. And Arrigan's now making the run, and look at the pace of her. Carly-Ann Thielen had to come out, and right over her was Eki. And just pushing it wide is Carly-Ann. Really to nobody on this occasion. So she's going to have to run back to a goal. Kalidas calls it. Goes back out to Arrigan. He's going to take on Chimsford. And does. Goes towards the goal line and still gets that ball in. That's a good, dangerous ball. Had to be cleared away by Erin Davis with urgency. The number 11 on this left-hand attacking side for Casuarina will pose threats, and has already. So is it Cassie Reeve? I just can't see it around that corner. It's a big concrete pillar in front of us, but yes, now that we can see. We're thinking about a short pass, I think. A lot of bodies there. Uni Azuri men warming up. Ball comes in. Finds a Rowdy, but the pressure comes from Rachel Thurlow again. Sophia plays calmly out to out to Hoffman, who's going to come around and then back in, and then nice technique from Carly-Ann. Keeper just waited for the one bounce, came at some pace, collected into the belly, and then stopped it. You can see on the replay. Just missed it, but nice technique. Got her hands right around the ball and called it in early. Clark. Chance for Litchfield. Can they make something of it? Got to get past Nadia Lely, and that's not easy, and she does it again. This one slips past Serena Adams into the path of Hoffman for Casuarina. Turns it in the inside to Douglas. Douglas no look pass, trying to find Kalidas. Erin Davis will leave this for a keeper, and does. Nice shepherding of the ball. Comes out to Ange Chimsford. Little battle here between, oops, just gone down. She's had trouble, Malboy Hudson. I hope that's cramp and not a damage to that knee. Looks quite awkward from this angle. Referee's in there now. We'll get some help from Sharon. Legendary assistant for a number of sports, a number of clubs here in Darwin. Life member of a number of them as well. So hopefully after that introduction we get Sharon out there. But week in and week out she's volunteering for community clubs and all sorts of sports. Now she's been invited out. Well-known teacher in the area, retired of course from that now. But she gets in there and takes over and will release the pressure. I think on her resume she's also been Volunteer of the Year in Northern Territory. Works in rugby league and AFL and football. I'm sure there's other things she's done as well. So 59 minutes have passed. We've got an injury here to, we think it's Malboy Hudson, the number 6. It's a really awkward cramp into her. Every player has made the move except for Carly-Ann Thielen, taking a rest down there in her own goals. So Malboy Hudson hopping up now. I don't think she's going to be okay. Mickey says, can you help her up? The referee, and he does. Got Ben out there, assistant coach. Always has player welfare top of mind, does Ben. I don't think Malboy Hudson's going to continue in the game. Somewhat. No, coming from the pitch, there will be a substitute coming from Martino and his team. The bench is working away over there, deciding which player will come out. This is all out of camera's view. It's not good to see. She had a really good 60 minutes too. Was involved in plenty of touches and distributing out of that midfield. Made the left side dangerous when you've got Ann Arrogant in front of you, and she fed the ball well to her. Yeah, it's hurting. So the game will recommence. No substitute made as such yet. Sportsmanship from Erin Davis, and just kicks it long. But Chloe Coombs is going to get on the end of this. And Chloe goes at pace. And Cassie Reeve comes in. That'll be a corner. So Litchfield on the advance. See Chloe now with the ball at her feet. And the intervention comes late from Cassie Reeve, and a corner results. Ball comes in to Cassie. Cassie Reed in there. Goes again. Good strong work from her. Cleared away in the end by Ann Arrogant. Only as far as Kalidas, and Nikki will turn in. She's got Kelly Fogarty to deal with. Goes wider. Sorry, goes towards the centre, but wider for herself. Hoffman with the ball now. Tall, skilled captain of this football team. The number 9, Casuarina. Cleared away by the ever effective and reliable number 19, Erin Davis. So we will have a substitute. It's coming to the field now. It's number 7. And that's Bernadette. And Cito. Played for Football Without Borders, I think, and also Hearts at some stage. Now with Casuarina. So welcome Bernadette to the Women's Premier League for 2022. Second half, 62.5 minutes have passed. Thank you to McDonald's, supporters of the women and girls programs, and right across the NT. And she's already involved in a pursuit there, and will get a corner for her side. Cassie Reeve to collect. Gives an opportunity to thank Ward Keller. They are the Territory Law Firm, great supporters of football in the NT. And particularly want to mention their personal and business dispute resolution team. The resolution team, sorry, 1-800-978-360. Well done, Carly-Ann. Resolve that one. Good take. Holds onto the ball, waits for her players to move forward. Just that one step that Carly-Ann does. Gets a little bit of length, but a lot of height to it. comes down and just put out of play by Suarez. So Litchfield advancing, only one down on the board against the current champions. And Chinsel with the ball now. Goes over the top, and it goes over the top of Casey Reed. Now Coombs in there, nice body check. Suarez comes at her again, they body check again. That's a good little battle. Well done. Like to see that. Corner. And so Nadia to go and set it up in the corner there for the other opposition team. Taken by Coombs early, comes in. It's a dangerous ball. It's just going to fall the wrong way for Litchfield. Now they have an opportunity. Adams is in there, pushing forward again. Cleared away with some urgency by Ashley Sales. Martino, their coach, not happy with the way the ball's not being cleared from that dangerous area. So they'll get another corner. Litchfield with momentum, pushing forward. Only need one goal to get some parity. Comes in, it's a dangerous ball. Michelina Hordes comes out. What's the referee saying? No, says goal kick. So the ball never really made its way into the field of play. You can see on the replay that it tails away, and then by the time it got to Michelina, Hordas had already been out of play. And speaking of Michelina, she has the ball and she gets us restarted. Reeve. Wide to Sales. They keep that width at the back when they play out. A little bit of miscommunication between Sales and Reeve then. Rare, but does happen. Alan Bell, throw in. A young player for Litchfield. Over the top of Clark. Maley gets him on now. Rachel Thurlow's had a really good game and tried to put a shot on that. Took a bit of turf as well as ball. No problem for the keeper. Rachel getting plenty of touches, the number 12 for Litchfield. Patrolling the midfield. Adams does as well. He's going to have to pursue the 10 here. Hoffman will try and split these defenders. Alan Bell will put on a little bit of pressure, and Hoffman got there quickly. Well played to Rachel, and a lovely shot. That is a beautifully taken goal. I was expecting that to go past the right upright. Rachel wasn't. She knew exactly where that was going. Into the back of the net. Nothing you could do that as a keeper. Well and truly over your head. That is so well placed. You see on the replay where it lends up. Oh, wow. Right in that right corner upright. 2-0. Litchfield had some momentum. You'd have to say it was their way in the first 20 minutes of the second half. And then Rachel Hoffman does that, the captain of the Rowdies. What a beautifully taken shot. And on the at pace as well. She didn't slow down, and she just so well directed it into that top right-hand corner. Nobody could do anything about it. And she knew exactly what she was doing, Rachel Hoffman. Right, Pablo and Aragon. And Aragon goes down the line. Just shows that pace she has on that left side, and then onto the roof and the netting, but wouldn't put past her to swing and tail that one into the other side of the upright. Not on this occasion. You can see, as I said, her technique is lovely. Looks every bit a footballer. Davis clearing away again and towards the player we were just speaking about. It's going to go over the head of a number of players and pushed back by Suarez. Nadia Lely will go forward to Pablo. Pablo's already under pressure but gets the ball away. Cassie Reeve in the centre circle there, pushes it further wide to Ash Sales. And Ash moves forward with patience, gets a good ball through, and Hoffman's got around the back of Alan Bell. She comes out of there again, and there's a shot from Ancido. Bernadette on the money there. Great pass from Hoffman. And Bernadette, well done. You've got to say well done also to the keeper. Stood her ground and made a clean catch of that shot from Bernadette Ancido. Great pass from Hoffman. Key 5 minutes here for the Rowdies, and they've got them a goal and they nearly had another one. That's what the champions will do. Dinked around the top trying to find Kalidas, and does. Carly Ann Thielen without any Self-preservation comes out. Looks back at Nikki. Says, are you okay? And then gets and pushes the ball forward. And then the Carly-Ann goes through and underneath Coombs. Nice return by Nadia Lely, and Douglas gets back to make sure there's a position in the midfield covered, and she does that. Runs more Ks than anyone else out there. Now does it again. You can just see it. Made the run, saw that it was going to be an opportunity, and jolly on the money again. And at pace comes in, and beautiful work from Carly-Ann Thielen. She is so attentive to a football game, never ever turns off. Douglas on the run, Adams on the inside, and that's good work from Serena. It pushes her wide. This doesn't let the striker, or the potential goal scorer, or assister in that case, not sister, but assister, to not put in the most effective one because she pushed her wide. So well done to Adams. And Casey pushing hard, but won't be able to get to that one for Litchfield. We're about to roll over into the 70-minute mark on the Northcrest scoreboard. Thank you to Northcrest. House and Land Display Centre at Berrima. Come have a look and join the growing community at Northcrest. Alan Bella will collect the ball just outside the nippy sign there on the eastern side. Thurlow back to Clark. Nice interplay of passing between the three of them. Clark now advances, goes back to Reid. Casey just couldn't keep it at her feet. She goes again to ground. Nice work from Clark. Never gave up. That ball got past. Coombs was away. And Douglas gets back to start cleaning up for Casuarina. Hordas plays it wider to Ash Sales. No threat yet. Clark comes now. Up the line to Hoffman. Scorer of the second. And a wonderful second goal for Casuarina. On the ball now. Finds Nikki Kalidas. Nikki's got Sophia Pablo to go. Does that. Pablo moves forward. Adele Bowell slows her up and then makes a great tackle. Thurlow now has it. Just a lovely turn from Thurlow. Goes back to Clark. Reid goes 1-2 over to Clark. It's going to be a hard run. Ash Sales puts the head down and takes off. And we'll get there and put it out of play. Cautious and conservative, but exactly what was required. Throw in from Alan Bell. Clark made the move. Been busy as Maley. So Ash Sales made the slow walk out to the Casuarina commercial signage there. Comes back in. Want to welcome Urban Spice Pantry, Stealth Medical, Hudson Apartments Hotels, and Fresh Point Cafe, all joining us in 2022. Comes back to Alan Bell, turns it inside to Thurlow. Thurlow under pressure, but manages that well, still with the ball. That's lovely work, Rachel. You have been so clever in the midfield today. Goes to ground this time, but been commanding in that midfield, as has Douglas for her side. And then Lauren takes off again, and Adams is there. And we'll go try and tempt Douglas into a throw, and does. So this will be the advantage of Litchfield. It's very much what Serena does. Unheralded, but just puts in effort after effort. She hadn't chased Douglas then. Lauren was away. Bernadette, sub, in with Rachel Thurlow. Little battle there, comes away, and Rachel's going to come with it again. Just gets skipped away by some good work from Nikki Kalidas. Oh, sorry, no, it was Lauren Douglas again. That's a good ball. Come out and does the keeper. Because Eki in Aragon was just waiting. That's a high one. It's higher than longer. Good bounce though. And the players come together. Nice work from Adams. Early pressure from the number 11 for the Rowdies. Effective. Adams in there again. Kalidas tries to push through. Well done from Thurlow. And Cassie, arms in the air. It wasn't me, sir. And to ground goes the substitute for Litchfield, which is Casey Reid. So coming up the 75th minute, Women's Premier League, second match of this round. It's a round 3 match here in Darwin. Thank you for joining us on this live streaming. This is on FNT TV. Hope you're enjoying it. Whatever screens you're watching. Maybe your niece is out there, or your daughter, and this is how you catch up each week. Well, one of the ways you do if you're interstate. Ball comes through, and it's been missed by a number of players. In Aragon with a lovely left foot pass. Nikki Kalidas with a nice touch onto the on-rushing Douglas. Goes out to Hoffman. And in an instant, they're in an attacking raid. Fogarty has to get involved. Comes back for Douglas. Pushing through, and then Aaron Davis whacks it over the eastern side. Strong work from the central defender. You can see Douglas now, and a great work from Davis. Neither of them are going to let up. Collision had to ensue. Right, Alan Bell with the throw-in. It's fallen at the feet of Douglas, which is problematic. Litchfield have got it back. Casey Reid chests it down to Clark. Clark back to Reid. Reid trying to 1-2 it. Maybe should have taken another touch on that occasion. Now it comes across. Out comes Carly-Ann Thielen. Fogarty gets there first. And pushed away by Erin Davis. And Carly-Ann gets up again with another knock. Another bruise. Another 90 minutes plus of football for her. The keeper back in her goal now. This is Sophia Pablo, some distance from goal. Nice pass from Sophia to Kalidas. Keeps herself present and goes back to Nadia Lely. Nadia turns on her right, goes further afield to Ash Sales. Keeping possession, Casuarina. The Rowdies just making their way purposely forward, finding an opportunity. That's a great pass on to who else? On rushing Douglas, takes the shot early. I think that was out of play before it got to the keeper. Let's just see what... No, it was certainly a connection with the keeper. So the AR has seen that. And it'll be a corner. And it looks like Cassie Reeves not going to take this one. Looks like Hoffman will, the number 9. Probably suits her better on that side. Let's just see whether Casuarina can add to it or whether Litchfield can keep them out. Raises the hand, the right hand. It's one of those dangerous balls that just comes in and floats in. Sits for Kalidas, bodies everywhere, but most of them red. Adams comes away. And then it's a nice turn inside. If Chloe had sort of gone earlier, that would have been right to her feet. Now it comes to Fogarty. Rare miss. Aaron Davis will clean up, but only as far as Douglas again. Great work from Aaron, that second effort. Otherwise, Lauren would have unleashed a number of players. Now it's gone up the other end where Clark's going to have to make a run. And won't be able to get there before. Casey Reeve, clever play. Just played it off. The Litchfield player and gets the ball their way. So Sophia Pablo coming off. She's had 78 minutes out there, and really good work from Sophia in the midfield. Always there, passing the ball to someone in a better position. Just has good control. And this is Chloe Shug coming out. Headband on, number 14 for Casuarina. They're winning 2-0 at the moment. Well, leading 2-0, my apologies. Leading 2-0 at the moment. Anybody in football knows the 2-0 scoreline's a scary one. It's nice work from Hoffman, the captain for Casuarina. Now goes down to Bernadette Encido. And Bernadette goes towards the goal line at pace. Aaron Davis is going to pull that up. And strongly control the ball and then push it forward. Casey Reeve, good work, got in front of Casey Reeve. So very similar sounding first and second names for the opposite sides. And in a little tangle there now. We're back at the other end. And this is going to go the way of, yep, referee says it'll go Casuarina's way. Corner for them. Getting the ball set, players are. Carly Antillen adjusting the socks. The keeper for Litchfield. And the corner's about to come in. Will they play a short one? No, it's one to the outside of the area. Cleared away early. Now again with a shot. Keeps the keeper honest. Just dropped the left shoulder, little turn, and collected the ball. That's what I mean about the fine technique she has. Chloe Coombs trying to get around, and Narragansett does. Strong tackle from Chloe Shug. So two Chloes come together. Now the number 11 for the Rowdies on a run. Ball comes in early, looking for Kalidas, and won't get her on this occasion because Kelly Fogarty's there, the central defender for Litchfield. Clears it away. Right, we're into the final 10 minutes of regulation time. Advantage 2-0. To the team running right to left on your screens. It's gone out of play, so it'll be to the advantage of the Reds. Litchfield had a midweek fixture in the F&T Women's Challenge Cup during the week against Hellenic, who have progressed through to the next round. So the ladies back out here again 4 days later for Litchfield. Down 2-0 at the moment, but had their opportunities and had most of the momentum in the second half, except for a fantastic bit of work from Rachel Hoffman just a moment ago. Adams doing what Serena does, just chasing down everything and now getting involved in this tangle. Good work from both of them, not wanting to give up, and then Serena wins it for her team. Well done, number 7. Thurlow again, patient stuff, goes back to the young left back, even pushes it further back to Erin Davis, who will go, let's go for a run, Clark, and off she goes, does Maley. Pushes again. Nice work from Clark, determined to get into that area and present some danger. But always a problem when you've got to face not a lot of Nadia Lely, but really effective. Short of stature, big of heart. That one's a great description of the central defender for Casuarina. And with her good work, they're now on the advance, well advanced and attacking raid. Chimpsford has to come across and push it out of play to end some of the danger. It hasn't gone yet. Substitution time, I think. Yes, they will. Casuarina will take this opportunity. At the 82.5-minute mark comes the captain, Rachel Hoffman. Ponytail flowing in the air. And not going to be able to go on this occasion. Match officials have said we'll play on. I think, yes, they have. Rachel comes over for a second time. Do I go now? Not yet. There's something that the referee wants completed, and that is the throw-in. The advantage with the Rowdies. They're down the right end, so to speak. Comes back. And number 11 now. Trying to put on a preferred side. Does now. Turns, skips over the ball, goes back with a right foot pass. Hoffman on this side now. When I say this side, grandstand side. Goes over to where she normally would be. And Anita, and that's a lovely goal. And she's so happy and has a celebration in there as well. How gorgeous is that? That is Bernadette. Well played. And she gets a hug and a few hundred from her football team. You'll see it here again. The ball comes away, just sits there. There's a little bit of delay. She comes in, beats Alan Bell, and then bang, into the net it goes. Very happy. And a little dance there as well. Right, so Hoffman now does come from the field. So 3 to the good for CASUARINA. And with energy goes the young number 13. Wants to get out there and enjoy her 7 minutes and a bit more. And we're talking about Aisha Wright. And now goes Chloe Coombs on this grandstand side at pace. Tries to get around Nardi Lely and does. Keep the ball in play. Can she? No. It'll be a goal kick. It's bad luck for Chloe. I think she thought she got a touch off the defender but didn't. So number 13, Asha Wright, is out there for the Rowdies. Just in the circle there at the moment. This is the other, or one of the subs that was brought on. Chloe Shug moving forward. Hear the call here, Eki. That's from Douglas, and she collects the ball and heads towards goal. Serena Adams in front of her again. This ball comes through to the sub, and the number 13 turns it inside. Going to be cleared away by Fogarty. And Asher's in there again. This time, good work from Alan Bell. Priya gets her side moving forward. That's Erin Davis going forward. Nice skill from Erin. And she looks up and goes, go, Chloe, go. Onside. Got to send out to this side to collect the ball and then sends it back in. It's a little too close to the keeper for Casey Reid to have any impact. But good vision from Erin Davis. Good run from Chloe. Just the last part of that work went astray. Right, Clark into Davis. Erin's gone forward, got a passport to move forward. Look at her now moving. Just such a good player. Now pushes it out. Someone has to retrieve this with energy. It's going to be Chloe. Going to go back to Adele. Adele now, it's gone out of play. Bad luck to the Reds. Into the last 4 minutes of regulation time. 3-0 is the advantage to CASUARINA. They're the one in the white and black running right to left on the screen. Current champions from 2021 in the Women's Premier League. And was second in the premiership run against Hellenic. Nice work from Lauren Douglas, the number 12. Just glides across this pitch, which is a bit green and patchy tonight with the brown patches. Apologies for that. It's what happens if you don't water the pitch here in the NT. And I mean, when I say water, I'm talking dropping thousands of litres on it. Had a problem with the irrigation. And of course, we don't sleep here at night. We don't know until we come in the morning. I want to thank the facilities team for getting some action on that this morning. We won't have it repaired until probably Monday or Tuesday after putting a few swimming pools on out there. Into the last 3 minutes of regulation time in a second. Can Litchfield get one on the board? They certainly deserve a goal for their effort. I think Arrogant has just come up, pulled up sore there. I hope that's cramp, nothing more. Trying to rush it off, and it's cramp, gone to ground. I hope it's cramp, it's in the calf. Adele, such a good, honest player, went in to help straight away, and she's tired herself and had asthma problems in this game. And thought of nothing but getting in and helping. Now getting some water, sharing it with Chloe Coombs. Should have their own water bottles, but anyhow. Now they come out the right way at CASUARINA. Adams checking on it. Having a little laugh with Sharon. And Ben doing the hard work at the boot end. Trying to get a little force and pressure and get that cramp out of there. So into the final 2 minutes of regulation time. 3-0 advantage to CASUARINA. And Arrogant gets to her feet ever so slowly from that cramp. She'll go from the field, I think. And given there's not much long left in this game, a little round of applause for the flyer on the left side here. So yeah, Martino's just saying we'll run with 10. This is how I'd like you to play. So the coach has given the instructions. We're back underway. Let's come off Casey Reed, and we'll go straight back to Casuarina. And Chloe Shug urgently in there and gets the ball and throws over the top. Goes to Nikki Kalidas, and cleared up by Adele, who's also got a little problem in the left leg. Feeling it. Could be emerging cramp there as well. Chloe comes up with the white headband, about to throw in the number 14, the sub. Short one to the last goal scorer, Bernadette. Good one from Chloe. Goes over the top, and Asher puts a lazy boot to it. But still in the chase and hunt here. Clark, nice work. Looks for Davis. Erin has it now. She'll turn on the inside, go back to Clark. Clark will try and put it back to Davis. And Ash has to work very hard. Goes to ground herself, but Ash Sales saved the day there for Casuarina. Still with Litchfield, till an opportunity to push forward and get a goal. There'll be probably a minute, maybe 2 minutes of time added. Looks like the number 11 is going to go back on the pitch when the referee notices. And pushed away by Nadi Lely. So coming up to the end of regulation time, 3-0 advantage. Referee looks at his watch. It's going to be probably playing, I'd say, a minute of time added. And goes back to that same position where we've been for the last minute. Yet again, another throw in for Litchfield. And Erin Davis, what can she not do? That's a throw of some 35 metres. Fortunately, fell the way of Kaz, and now they're one passing away. There's Asher, the young substitute, 13, goes on a run. Kalidas has the ball. Looks for Suarez, I think it is. Yes, that's Audrey. Move forward. Goes back to Audrey Suarez. Pushing wide, looking for an opportunity. Goes back to Kalidas. Kalidas will come back on the inside now, trying to hook up with Bernadette. Now goes forward on her own. She can go push long, and that's a ball she's drifted off, but Kelly Fogarty will get there first and clear it away. We're into time added on. 2 minutes of time added on it is. So we'll be into the second minute now. And Arrogance come back on. So they will finish with 11 v 11. Owen Bell pushes wide out there towards the McDonald sign. Thurlow trying to twist one around the body, and just a little bit of fatigue there now. And Douglas moves in with purpose. And Carly Antillan gets down low and saves it again. We're into time added on, 2 minutes. Referee looks at his watch again. Can't be long to go. Carly Antillan pushes long. Comes off Casey Reed. In the back is Kelly, and then an early shot, and the keeper was well and truly off a line. Got back, and it wasn't just getting back quickly, it was just the angle of the body and getting those hands out, because that dropped. If you look on the replay, that's a really awkward ball to get when you're going backwards. Well done, Carly Ann. Great work from her. Each week she does. There goes the whistle. We have a victory for Casuarina. They called the Rowdies. They have a 3-0 victory here tonight in the second game of round 3 of the Women's Premier League. Commiserations to Greg and the team from Litchfield, but that was a good performance. There's some things to like a lot about what was happening out there, particularly Adams, number 7, and I thought Rachel Thurlow had a fantastic game in the midfield. So that'll just be 2 I mentioned. I'm sure Greg's got more. He's very happy with that performance. So Litchfield and Casuarina have concluded this game, where Casuarina will go away the victors. We'll take a short break. We're back with the Men's Premier League shortly. Hopefully you enjoyed the live streaming of the Women's Premier League here on FNT TV. On behalf of McDonald's, Ward Keller and Northcrest, we thank you for being part of this broadcast. Good night.